US halts work visas for truck drivers from Nigeria, other countries cite safety risk, threats to American job. Wetin happen? Did they not do their driving test before you employ them in the first place? So why are you halting them from driving trucks? I don't understand. This wahala not to come much like this. What's going on? Now wow. The United States has halted the issuance of worker visas for commercial truck drivers from Nigeria and other countries. Secretary of State Marco Rubio Thursday. Okay, for other countries, not just Nigeria. Rubio made this known on a post on X saying the policy change takes effect immediately. Effective immediately, we are pausing all issuance of worker visa for commercial truck drivers, he said. The increasing number of foreign drivers operating large tractor trailers, trucks on U.S. roads is endangering American lives and undercutting the livelihood of American truckers. At least they care about their citizens. That one is the plus. A State Department spokesperson later said on Thursday that the pause was implemented in order to conduct a comprehensive and thorough review of screening and vetting protocols used to determine their qualifications for a U.S. visa. CBS News reports that the spokesperson noted it applies to all nationalities and is not directed at any specific countries. In recent months, the Trump administration has moved to enforce rules requiring truck drivers to speak and read English proficiently. According to the Transportation Department, the measure is intended to enhance road safety after incidents in which drivers' limited English skills may have played a role in fatal accidents. As we have seen with recent daily accidents, foreign truckers can pose risk to American lives. Of course, we know that he's talking about Nigeria, We know it's about Nigeria he's talking about. He doesn't have to, he is mentioning other countries just so he doesn't say, or we don't say, oh, he's coming for Nigeria. But we know it is what happened in Nigeria that he's talking about because they know what exactly is going on in our country. As we have seen, ensuring that every driver on our road meets the highest standard in importance to protecting the livelihood of American truckers and maintaining a secure, resilient supply chain. The decision comes at a time when the U.S. is grappling with a shortage of commercial truck drivers. Meanwhile, the American Trucking Association, ATA, a leading industry group, estimates the shortfall at roughly 60,000 drivers. In a statement, the ATA said it supports the administration's approach, stressing that the issuance of worker visa for truck drivers needs serious scrutiny, including the enforcement of entry-level driver training standard. At the same time, the Trump administration announced it is reviewing the records of more than 55 million people holding U.S. visas to identify any violations that could result in deportation. It be small thing. In a recent response to the Associated Press, the State Department explained that all visa holders, including tourists, are subject to continuous vetting to ensure they remain eligible to stay or to enter into the United States. If disqualifying information surfaces, this visa will be revoked. Those already in the country would then face deportation. Since President Trump took office, the administration has prioritized the removal of undocumented migrants as well as individuals holding students or visitors exchange visas. However, the new guidance signals that this vetting process, which officials admit is lengthy and complex, will now apply far more broadly, raising the possibility that even legally approved visa holders could unexpectedly lose their status. It is well. I'm telling you. Falade says, Dangote has affected job. It's because of what happened. This is the Dangote that is affecting those drivers now. Oye says, the USA doesn't know Nigerian truck drivers are among the best in the world. It's just that when they go abroad, they are there to rules just like doctors and other professionals. But when they're in their own country, they behave like that. And that is why our leaders should also do the same thing that he's trying to implement. Make sure that the drivers are well educated. Make sure that they are adhering to rules and regulations. Probably the issues will not have occurred. See now, see what happened in Nigeria now is about to affect those that are working outside the country. Friday shares the effect of Dangote and their reckless drivers. That's just it. Excellency, IBS says, you mean certain Nigerian truck drivers, right? Keep it up, United States. The more you demonize your own citizens in the name of tribalism, the more the international community will see you as a brainless and disorganized nation. And when the time comes for action, remember, no one will bother to differentiate you. I'm telling you, we just keep putting our country in the bad light, and then they will say it is Peter Obi. These people are seeing everything that is going on in our country. There's internet, there's VPN. They see everything going on. I'm telling you, people say it's Peter Obi that is always talking bad about. Is it Peter Obi that told them about the Dangote issue now? Because that's what they are talking about. That's exactly what they are talking about. Nigeria says, now Dangote truck cause this wahala to Nigeria now. Brother says, in Nigeria, government shield Dangote atrocities without penalties. It is really. And now your Chuku says, the fear of Dangote drivers in Nigeria is the beginning of wisdom. Not be small. You have to fear them. Prince Dennis says that Dangote should be held liable for this decision. Those his reckless drivers needs to be restricted from going to the US. America does not joke with any of our citizens. Chuku says, I hope this administration will hold a visa for American truck drivers too, just as they did to that of checking of social media activities. Which truck driver dey for abeg? Chuku Davis says, Dangote truck drivers effect. Exactly, that is just it. Isaac Perez says they are hearing the cries of Dangote reckless truck drivers victims who are buying people every day. Now. Anthony Kelechi says there is no Nigeria that got work visa through trucking because our license for heavy duty are not recognized worldwide. Bolaji Moye says this has nothing to do with Nigeria. Sahara reporters just added this one to make the headline eye-catching. Go and read the news from a reputable source, not Shawari reporters. You for add the link to the reputable source here now. I beg. Mazi Michael says, one thing you guys don't know is that anything we are doing in this country, when you man, they always take notes. Yes, they are seeing everything. They are just quiet looking for sanctions so that you won't bring the madness to them. Let's keep doing. They go later ban us, bata. Igwe says, US has halted the issuance of work visas for commercial truck drivers from Nigeria and the countries. The US Secretary of State stated that the suspension is to protect American jobs and lives. So why are you telling us again? Bedroom says they have the right to protect their economy. Yes, and their citizens as well. So I can't even blame them. Aman says, now what has Dangote driver has to do with this? Mostly Nigerians in diaspora like bringing themselves out. That is the reason our passport is weak. Okay. Linda Adler says, Dangote, you do this one. You really do one. You do one way. John Bernard says, Dangote drivers. Who do you think before? Atoliver says, Dangote una dey spoil markets for others. Says, well, my listeners, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.